Welcome to this live. We are doing again angel readings and some live guidance. So, if you are new here, first off, welcome. And let me introduce myself. I'm Hera. I am an energy healer. I am also a theta healing teacher and I specialize in inner child. Please let me know if you can hear me and see me properly as well. That would be helpful just in case. Just checking on your setup here. I work with Skylar. I'm a part of the team and I am super happy to welcome you here for this guidance. We love to spend time with you and have some moments to answer your questions and try to help you resolve any inner conflict that may arise or give you any guidance and connect to your angels and connect to your soul so that we can make different decisions and get some healing. So I will either give you some downloads or it can be just some guidance and see what resonates and see what comes up in your field and what comes up at the moment. And I am super deeply grateful that we can spend time together because it's always so nice to have you around and always so nice to be in contact with you. Um, we're also giving sessions, so if you want some healing session, if you want some one-on-one time, you can just reach out to us. And if you are interested in joining the next medical intuitive course, please go ahead and do so or ask us for the curriculum and we're happy to send it over to you. All right, so I'm gonna go through the comments. I'm really excited to be here because it's been a while. I wasn't there last week. So I'm gonna have a look and let's get started. Okay. Summer. Hi, Hera. I live in Canada and I hate the cold. I keep thinking about Europe. Would that be a good move for me job wise, romance wise? Which country in Europe? I want to get married ASAP. Also, I am single. Okay, let's have a look. I love these kind of questions because I'm a traveler myself and I love changing countries. So I feel you. Let me tune in. Hmm. Yeah, for Europe, it's a yes, definitely. It sounds good. It feels like you have things to set up first where you're at. Like there are still admin stuff to do, but not only admin stuff. There is I can see like a little block, but it's not an emotional block that you have before you can move. It's like things that need to be done kind of block, like things that you need to take care of before being able to move. Um, can be also some things to resolve with people around you. So Europe is a yes. As for the countries, it seems like you could have good opportunities in Germany. That's the first one that pops up. Germany, Switzerland, German side of Switzerland. And when I'm scanning Europe for you, it shows me to avoid the UK as well. It's not good resonance with your energy at the moment. But yeah, job wise, Germany seems like a good option, or the German side of Switzerland. There is also something connected with Spain, but Spain might be more a place you would love to be in, but not necessarily the place you are going to go to because um, sometimes life takes us in places that we didn't expect just because we have something that we need to get done there, just because we have a soul contract, just because we have a divine timing that is in that very particular space, even if it's not our first guess, like life is taking you in other ways. So that's what I'm getting. As for the romance side of it, it seems like Spain might be more connected to romance. So maybe you have a soulmate there, um, or you have someone with whom you could get along there. And I mean, Europe is quite small, so it's that's also doable. But it sounds good. It sounds good for your move. There is something like I can feel and I can see in your field how you're not happy entirely where you are and kind of like bored of what's going on. So you can start to have a look and see what resonates and start to look up for options and see what life and God can bring. Hi, Sahar. Hi, Yesha. Hi, Hera. I hope you're well today. I am struggling to see my value and things that I'm good at to monetize them. Any guidance on where I am undervaluing my gifts and what gifts can I monetize? I have a feeling that it's your gifts and at the same time it's you. There is something with your own self-esteem, and that would be looking at the places you've been told that you were not enough, looking at where you've been told to perform and to always do more. There is definitely a lack of recognition in who you are and your gifts from your caregivers, but also from yourself as a result. So it will require you to look at your talents, look at what you know how to do, look at what you enjoy doing, and see how you can become that mama bear for your inner child to just tell them that you like you are good the same way. It's basically almost all the inner child healing that you can do is around telling your inner child things that you wish you've heard or you should have received and you didn't. It's about re-imprinting this the kind of care, love, and support that you missed when you were a child and that the parents couldn't give you because they were too busy or because they were too themselves trapped into their own emotional state and could not bring that and didn't have the space for it, where this emotional unavailability could not meet your needs and your emotional needs. So it's the undervaluing of your gifts is the lack of recognition you have in them and you've experienced when you were younger. So look at what gifts you have. I'm also guided to tell you about the ikigai. So the ikigai, guys, is a Japanese technique to find what is your purpose in life, and it's a very good self development tool because you just spend time writing and creating and looking at what you are good at, exactly how you can bring how you can monetize things that are in your life, and what are the natural, or even you should even add the natural things you're good at and the things that should be monetized or could be monetized but are not. Like, we don't realize, especially for women, let's say it, how much labor we have in a day, like on daily basis. If you are responsible for a home and you are taking care of the laundry, taking care of the food, or taking care of house chores, and you do them by yourself, you don't realize the kind of skills that are behind this, like the kind of organizational or ability to prioritize. You got skills in everything that you do. Behind everything that you do, there are skills. So look at what are the natural skills and the natural gift that you have that you've never monetized. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. When I was in middle school, so when I was around 11 or 12, I would have people coming to me to receive massages because I was good with physical touch. I was good with um, also like transferring their energy onto something else. I was good to determine and find where the where the muscles had issues, and that was extremely natural for me. And what I didn't know back then was that at the same time that I was doing that, I was also scanning them. And I realized it way later in life, when I started to properly scan people and tell them things about themselves, and especially with the touch, I could see memories, I could see places they've been to, I could see things they've experienced. And that was how, after I understood that I wasn't intuitive. But at first I needed to, it was just about physical touch, and it was about being able to hold space for people, right? Because you need that. And I had people lining up in front of me in the during the playtime in school. So that was this kind of dynamic. And same thing, if you're good at holding space, if you have people constantly coming to you, friends coming to you because they want to hear from you, because they want to hear what you have to say, that's counseling skills. See what I mean? So it's, what do you do naturally that is a gift, and that's what can be monetized because it's something that you do naturally. The same way that, like, people come to me because people come to me because I'm good at listening. They come to me because I'm good at holding space, or I'm good at loving them, and that's what they want to receive, and that's something that can be monetized because that's a gift. Not everyone has a sense of empathy, or a sense of compassion, or a sense of unconditional love and acceptance. So look at that. Um, and About your last question, where you can monetize them, what are the gifts that you have? It's, I would recommend to look into this, because this is between you and God, and because you didn't have the recognition you deserved when you were a child. That's where you need to start recognizing yourself, and stop looking outside of you to find this recognition. Because me seeing your gifts, it's great, but it's not as powerful as you seeing them. So looking at what you have and be like, this is a gift that's 10 times more powerful than me just telling you you should do this or you should do that. So look at this, and like next time we're on live, let me know what you found, and that from there, there will be something to build up. Sending you love. Sahar. Hi Hera. I've been talking to this man and I fancy him. Was wondering, how does he feel about me? Let me, I can't really. Okay, so for these kind of things, I can see the energy that is in your field, but I'm not really allowed to tell you what his feelings are, because that's a conversation he needs to have with you, or you need to have with him. Um, but I can tell you what is the energy that I pick up. Okay, so I can sense your inner child being in a space where they don't know how to reach out for love. Like, love is something that needs to be earned. Love is something that you need to fight for, or that you need to perform to receive. And it's like almost the block between allowing yourself to receive and not receiving it as a reward. Because yeah, it's love is a reward kind of pattern. So it's like, what can I do to deserve to be loved by this person? What can I do to deserve to receive? And he kind of, yeah, I feel like he kind of pick up on this kind of energy. Um, so there is a switch to create between the posture of I need to be chosen, to what can I choose in him, and maybe he will choose you back. But it's about like changing your posture from the I really need to receive that love and really need to obtain it and really need to earn it, to I know that I deserve it. I know that I am lovable. And from that place, is this person able to meet my needs, to have healthy and open lines of communication? Is he able to be present for me? Is he able to be the partner that I'm looking for? Do they have the qualities? Because that's only when you've reached that space of I know what my value is, that you allow other people to see it and to mirror um, this um, this situation. Because so far it's yeah, it's like actually I'm going just take what resonates, okay? But I'm going to ask you this, and you let me know in the comments. And if we have time, we will get back to it. But you say you fancy him, but are you waiting for something from him? Is he like I'm wondering if he's giving you attention. Just this question, please answer that, and we'll get back to it because that would be my main question. Like, is he actually engaging? Is he actually being present? Is he actually valuing you, recognizing you, treating you well? And of course, from that you can you can potentially create a relationship. But I just want to make sure of this because sometimes when we fancy someone, we want things to happen. We want things to exist. We just want to experience. We want to experience love. We want to experience a relationship, and we tend to bypass ourselves in our um, standards. So let me know. Nurhan, hi Hera. I want you to tell me your insights on self worth and how someone can feel content and loved. Whew, that's a big topic. That's a giant topic because self worth is one of the things that have been impacted since forever in each instant by through many traumas and behavior, and it's about reconnecting to yourself. It's I would really recommend you looking up Matt Cahn's teachings because it's all about self-love and self-worth and unraveling shame and judgment. And that's absolutely like what Matt Cahn's share is absolutely beautiful. And around feeling content and love, there is something he says that I absolutely adore. And he says that we often expect other people to give us the love and attention that we can only give ourselves. It's like we want and it doesn't put aside that we need love and we like it's fine. We need love. We need to experience. We are humans. We need connection. We need to receive love, of course. But it's about how we maybe expect someone else to love us the way we should love ourselves, or how we could give someone else's responsibility of making us feel that we are loved. So it's about reconnecting to yourself, it's about reconnecting to your creator as well, to God, and realize that you matter, realize that you belong. And that's something that is big that can be treated in sessions. So I would recommend you booking yourself in for a session because depending on your history, depending on what happened, it's going to be completely different. But it's about um, let me tune in as well and see what comes up specifically for you. Okay, so for you it's about finding the difference between being loved for what you do and being loved for who you are. It's you probably experienced people that were only recognizing you if you had good grades, if you were doing something good, if you were performing, if you were a perfectionist, or if you were a high achiever. But for you, it's about recognizing who you are as a person and considering this as enough of a reason to be loved. What helps me, like I have a friend, she's really funny. She says herself, she constantly says, I can't do anything. I can't do this, I can't do that, this I don't know how to do. I have I She doesn't consider that she has many talents, but she comes from a place of knowing that it's not necessary to have a specific talent, or specific being perfect at something, or being really good at something to be loved. And so she's like a magnet for people, for love, for relationships, because she doesn't attach attach her value as a person to what she does. So it's about looking at the values that you have and the virtues that you have that make you be who you are. And you can also look, of course, at like even quirky things, or what we call flaws, and like it doesn't mean that you don't have value. It doesn't mean that because you have flaws you're not going to receive love, because we all have flaws. We all do. But look at where you are expecting people to love you, or expecting to receive love for things that you do, instead of just being who you are. And in parallel, you also need to look at how you've been attacked or hurt in your identity, and how you've been treated because you were being yourself. And when I say treated, I mean abused, people having abusive behavior towards you, um, for being who you are, like just because it triggers something in them, or just because it reminded them of something, um, and it wasn't you, but it probably like attacked your sense of identity. So it's about retrieving that sense of identity. I hope this helps. Ayesha, we already. Da, 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 da. Sachin, hi, general for me, please. Okay, let me see what the angels have to say. Sachin, it seems like you need a good reconnection with God. It seems like you need some private. I'm seeing you like having some private time, meditative time, spiritual moment where you can just be there and connect to God, and stand in a space of prayer, or stand in a place of whatever spiritual practice you have, meditation, but to be in that space with yourself, so you can receive guidance, so you can receive insight. But it's about like recentering your energy. That's what I'm getting, like the need for connection. Andrea, thank you for these free offerings. Pleasure, lovely. Chris. Dear Hera, I break a relationship up, but I'm missing him very much. Any advice? Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel you. It's funny because the angels are giving me a prompt for you. A prompt, I mean a prompted activity, um, something to do, and it's part. What they are showing me and telling me, it's a part of the grieving process. When you are breaking up with someone, you miss. Of course, you miss their touch, you miss their DNA, you miss their presence, you miss the things that they brought to your life, and that is hard to reconnect to yourself, and it takes time to reconnect to yourself, and being able to let them go, because of course you miss them at the beginning, and that's absolutely normal. It might take few weeks and few months for you to even, in terms of the connection between the DNAs, to be to be sent back to the person. What they are showing me to do is to do this, maybe this ritual, like a cathartic, just take it if it resonates, but to do a cathartic ritual of gatherings, gathering materials, gathering objects that remind you of him that you have, and to just like create a sort of circle with everything, and to kind of like do a forgiveness exercise or do a moment with that to thank that person to have been into your life and to release them to something new. Um, like to gather everything that you have that is about them in one space and to basically energetically send that back to that person and feel like you are starting the grieving process of letting go, of releasing, and yeah, to be just able to see what it represented into your life, being able to see what it like how it mattered, what mattered about it, how it impacted you, and having gratitude for that and just releasing what remains. Hope it helps. Andrea, could you offer insight on how to fully remove negative beliefs about my ability to know my desires for what I want? Huh? How to fully remove negative beliefs about my ability to know my desires for what I want is not selfish or manipulative. Have you been gaslighted a lot in expressing your needs and your desires? Because if you're constantly second guessing yourself, like is it selfish, is it manipulative? I think you were not allowed to have space for you. I feel like you were not allowed to have space for your desires, and you've constantly being told that it was too much. Um, because when you are being manipulative, you know that you are being manipulative most of the time. It's like, of course, unconscious manipulation also exists, obviously, but um, yeah, I feel like it's more about like you've been told that you were too much. You've been told that it was too. Mm-mm. Okay, so fully remove negative beliefs. Fully, fully will require a few healings. But let's talk about reconnecting. Know your ability to know your desires is about being connected to yourself. It's about trusting yourself. It's about reconnecting to your inner child, and it's about trusting. Like first, trusting that you have the right to ask. You have the right to meet your needs, to have your needs met, and you have the right to connect to your true desires. I don't know if you still experience toxic relationships around you at the moment, with people pressuring you into doing what they want, or with people um, using their point of pressure on you, which is already not the yeah not a good thing, to keep you from yourself. But it's before everything, it's about reconnecting to yourself, my love. It's about listening to yourself first instead of listening to others. It's about not putting yourself aside and be like, okay, like each morning, what do I do? So in sessions with my clients, when that happens, we do, of course, we do a healing on it. We look at the root of what happened, that you lost trust in yourself, and what happened in childhood that you got used to not listen to yourself. But also, I give them homework, and this kind of homework is waking up each morning and first understanding your desires. You will first have your needs. Like when you wake up, you have a need. You need to drink, probably need to drink water. You probably need to go to the bathroom. When you wake up, there are things you need to do. but what are your desires for the day? So like when I was myself working on this years ago, I would do the free intuitive day. So I wake up in the morning, my phone is off, I don't have anything to do, nothing is on my to-do list, and I just let desires come up. At first, I was spending days without desires, and I was bored and frustrated at the same time because I didn't have desires, but I was waiting for even one small thing to emerge. And it could be that I wanted to get a cup of coffee, it could be that I wanted to go for a walk, but it's about like no feel what is happening within you. Um, and I can see you dropped another message that is connected to that. So let's have a look. Last week was my birthday, and I got disappointed when most of my friends canceled attendance last minute. I expressed my sadness and was told I was expecting too much. See, there you go. There you go. It's not you. It's completely normal to have the expectations that your friends for your birthday are going to be present, especially if they agreed on coming and then canceled last minute. You are not too much for having needs. You are not too much for expecting something from your friends. What it's them saying that it's too much. Maybe what they mean is that it's too much for them, and in that case, it's just that they don't have the space at the moment for this, which can happen because we all have lives, and maybe they don't have the space for it. But if they are telling you that you're expecting too much, then it's between you and them to it's okay. So relationship is two people or more, but let's say two, you and a friend, and then we have you and other friends. It's two people exchanging informations, time, whatever energy, with expectations of what creates a good relationship for you, what values are important in a relationship with someone, and what can you expect? What are your needs in a relationship? The same way you have needs in a romantic relationship, you have needs in a friendship. If someone like if one of the value in your friendship is if something goes off or if something goes wrong, I want you to tell me or I want you to communicate what is going on. Otherwise, here's how I'm gonna feel. That's perfectly normal. If they are telling you you are expecting too much, it's not about you. It's about the relationship. Relationship. It's two people being in a different emotional state, and what is in between. What is happening in between them. So the expectation of too much is not you being too much. It's the dynamic of the relationship that might not be at the same level for you and them. Let's say that have you need that kind like let's say that for example with communication. Let's say that you need um with your best friend you need at least a text per day. And there is one day where this person is not sending you a text. It's fine, okay. Second day, no text. Third, no text. Is it too much to ask what is going on? Because that's what was expected. And maybe that person will readjust and say, okay, I need more space, or I need this, or I need that. But it's still about expressing the needs and finding like a safe ground between the two. It's an exchange. It's an exchange. Like if you have friends that you're here for them all the time, but they're never here for you, do you think it's fair? It's unfair. Not fair for you. So it's it's not selfish to meet your needs. I want you to repeat that 3 times. It's not selfish to meet your needs. It's not selfish to have your needs met. And it's necessary to readjust what is going on in your relationships. Um, because when you grow, you will want more. When you grow and be more attuned to your desire, you will then change your levels of self-esteem. You will change your standards, and you will tell your old self, how did I accept being treated like this? Whilst this new person, here is how they are treating me. And there are layers in life, and friendship is one of them. At some point, you're just like, okay, this relationship is no longer working because these needs are not being met, and that's fine. It's just we are no longer compatible. We are no longer a match. Or can we work together towards growing in this relationship, or should we let go of it? So look at that. Look at where you've been gaslighted in expressing in the expression of your needs. Look at where you've been in touch with people who made you feel like you were too much, which doesn't mean that you are too much. No one is. We are enough. Funny thing with enough, right? Because we are not too much and we are not less. We're enough. It's just the middle ground. Okay. Sending you love, and talk to you soon. Mina. Hi, Mina. Can I have a message, please? Thank you. I am new. Any love connection coming my way? Let me have a look, but welcome. Yes, connection coming your way. Oh, yeah. I feel like there are three different people. I don't know if you're talking love connection. Yeah, agree. I don't know if you are on dating apps, but it seems like you're gonna meet three people from dating apps, or yeah, these kind of things. At least three men um that can be interesting going out with. So yeah, I'm seeing at least three people in your field. So yeah. Can I get put on the list? I don't know which list you are thinking of, so please comment again. I don't know if you were talking about the thread of messages or Summer. You mentioned I have a block somewhere before I can move to Europe. Can you please look into the block? Yes, but I could not really see what was going on. It seems something that it seems like something with administration. So I don't know if you have. Maybe it's just about the visa for Europe. Um, it's something with admin. Mhm. I'm only seeing something with admin work, immigration. So I don't know, but you can start looking into it. Maybe what I'm seeing is um, it's just things that you need to organize before you go, like things you need to finish, or things that you need to close. But I don't know in which like how easy it is for you to leave where you are. Maybe you have a contract, like a long-term contract, that can block you a bit, but it's not a block. That's why I said it's not an emotional block, and it's not a block as in you need a healing for it. It's just something you need to resolve concretely in the admin work you need to do. So it can just be sitting and see all the things that you need to do before moving. And that's actually something really nice to do. Just sit and like take inventory of all the things that you need to do before moving, and you will see things that might take a bit longer than you think. That's it. Thank you, Hera. That was unbelievable and so powerful for me. You're welcome. I needed to hear this so much. Oh, thank you for the guidance and the reading. Oh, thank you. I love you. Take care. Do, do, do. Bruna. Hi, Hira. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Can you give me a body scan? What should I do today to let myself being seeing as a therapist and psychologist? What topic is most natural for me to speak about? That's a question I would ask you. I love you guys. Sometimes you really make me laugh. It's like, what topic is most natural for me to speak about? If you were in front of me, I would like, what topic is the most natural for you? Ask yourself. You know what you are natural to do. You know what is natural for you. Um, okay, visibility. Mm, okay, love. There is something around um, the shame of being yourself, the shame of being who you are. It's connected to self-esteem, and it's about what if they see me for who I am, and it comes from a distorted version of yourself where who you are is shameful, or who you are is someone that should be rejected or cannot be accepted. It actually resonates within me as well, so I think I have this one as well, but it's about it's really about unraveling the shame, looking at the dark parts of us that scream that they should not be here and should not be seen. It's about the shadow parts of yourself. It's about shadow work. It's the part that haven't received light, the part that feel illegitimate, the part that feel like um, they should not be seen because when they are revealed, they cannot be loved. So it's still a part of you that is like, I'm too weird, or I'm too um, this part of me cannot be accepted. So I'm gonna give you a prompt, some self development prompts, some work that you can do between like on your self development time, um, to take a list and make an inventory of the places you judge yourself. Where are you judging yourself? Um, and what about? What are you judging yourself about? It's about looking at this, looking at the places there is still a judgment that something is not worth being. It's okay. Do you guys know sometimes how we have um, what we call guilty pleasure, like guilty, like the songs that are guilty pleasure that we're slightly ashamed about to have in our playlists, instead of being okay, it's fine, I can listen to that, it's funny, or I like it, but we judge it. And that's this energy that I'm talking about. And it's not like I'm using the music because it's a very simple one that easily understandable, but it's this kind of energy of there is something that I like, or something that I value, something that I'm doing that I'm still judging doing wrong, or that I should not be doing. And then the question is, should not you be doing it because it's not in your values, or because someone else told you that it's not okay? It's about your secret world and the fear that this is going to be revealed and going to be shown. And if someone sees that, They will not see you as who you are anymore. There is something that I find is really helpful with that in my life is, so I'm not encouraging anyone to download TikTok, but if you already have TikTok, or if that's something you are familiar with, TikTok or even YouTube, when you look at people being themselves, do you sometimes judge them? When you look at people, and that's different from being triggered, okay? Or having a trigger because it resonates within you. But when you look at people being themselves, do you judge them? See what I mean? There is a difference between feeling something when you see someone expressing who they are and be like, ooh, this person, wow, whatever they are doing, I don't resonate with it. That's different energy than being like, "Oh, why are the person doing this?" And this kind of rejection or this kind of judgment that we can put upon others is also how we judge ourselves, and that's how we judge our shadows instead of valuing the authenticity and the boldness that can come out of it. So I hope this helps. That's what I'm getting. Aisha, second question if there's time. Both you and Skylar have told me that I'm a healer, but I feel very resistant to it. What does it mean to be a healer, and why am I rejecting it? Mm, okay. Let me tune in. So the definition that I am getting of being a healer, that's my definition with my vision. You can take if it resonates, if it doesn't, that's okay. Get yours. But it's the ability to create a space for people to be themselves and to be accepted. It's the ability to hold a space for people to meet the love they deserve and always deserved and could not access. And it's about, at some point, but that's being an intuitive as well, but at some point being able to see what is blocking them from meeting this energy energy of full unconditional love and acceptance. What happened in their experience that disconnected them from that energy. And being a healer is the ability to be connected to this energy and to create a space where other people feel safe and are safe to be able to meet that energy. And for me, it's about also meeting their shadows. The reason why you are rejecting it. mm, It's the fear that if you are too connected to others, you will be disconnected from yourself. It's the fear that you are going to lose your integrity and you lose your identity into the people that are coming to you. It's the in medical intuitive we work with the archetypes, um, and one of the archetype that we work with is connected to that. Is I need to give all of myself. I need to merge with someone. I need to erase my identity to be able to understand someone, or I need to absorb their feelings, pattern, everything, and I won't be able to protect myself, and I would have to live with them forever. I will have to absorb everything, but it's not the case because there are ways. So it probably you might have a past life where you've been that kind of healer who just absorbed everything, and that's created the sensation that you cannot be yourself or you cannot have an identity if you become a hero, that will you will be merging with them. But it's not true. It's just a past life, I think. It's just a past life that you have with yeah, a memory. Um, so definitely there is here. If you're rejecting it so much, probably like yeah, probably a trauma. You can get yourself in for book yourself in for a session, or get a swap with someone, or have a look at what is behind, because on live I can't really get into it too much. So look into the block. We already did it. Is it health? No, I don't know. Admin. I was thinking Spain, but I'm scared of Germany because of its history. Maybe. At least you know why. At least you know why. That's where I was seeing the professional opportunity. But Spain sounds good. Spain sounds like where your heart wants to be. But it seems like you might be taken somewhere else for work first and then readjusting to other countries in Europe. The advantage in Europe is how easy it is to get from one country to another with a plane, and 2 hours you're on the other side of it. Sending you love and light too. Sahara. Okay, let's get back to this. So yes, he is engaging and present. Okay, engaging a lot, but I'm not sure if it's genuine. Um, Time will tell you if it's genuine. Time will tell you. Get the time to explore. Get the time. That's what I'm getting. Just get some time to explore. Explore the relationship, but like really don't put yourself aside in your standards and decision making because someone seems appropriate or someone seems like a good match. Um, I would say like get take the time to discover the person and see if you are respecting each other's values and if you can meet each other's needs. Hi Hera, blessings to you, love, blessings to you too. May I have general guidance from my angels? Thank you so much. Yes, sure. Mhm. They are inviting you to spend more time in nature, drinking more water, being more attuned with the senses, being more connected to the flowers, being more connected to the trees, to nature. But I'm mostly seeing flowers, so I don't know if there is something with flowers with you at the moment. But it's like it seems like an energy that you need to be around, and that will feel nurturing. Sweet fairies. Hello. Any messages from my angels, please? I recently moved to a new office space, though it is in the same department where I work, but the energy feels better. Thanks. That's great. Okay. Um, any messages? They are telling me to preserve your energy, to not give your energy too much to other people without filling your cup first, because it's otherwise you're gonna end up running on empty, and that's really not good. So they are showing me to value um, your time, value your energy, value your space, and to not give too much to others in the sense of um, looking at how much your energy is used for other people rather than yourself, and readjust that to make it even and to make it balanced. Hi, Hera. I'd like a reading about my priority for the next few weeks and love life. Okay. Mm, mm. Are you preparing yourself to go somewhere? Seems like you are going somewhere. Maybe on like maybe just summer holiday or something, but it's like your energy is already tuning in with going somewhere, traveling or moving, and it's yeah, there is something with the sun. So I'm getting decluttering and preparing your space for something new. It's about clearing. It's about changing things in your house, maybe reorganizing your office, maybe reorganizing your furnitures, maybe doing some painting in your house, in your home. There is something with that, creating more space, letting the energy come in and settle there. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. And love life. Let's have a look. Mm. I don't know what was your past experience with love, but it seems like there is still something like a concrete wall in front of your heart that is kind of keeping you from connecting. Or maybe you are staying at home a lot and you're not actively dating or actively seeing people or actively going out, and that is impacting the ability to, of course, to meet new people and to experience a love life. But it seems like you're not fully ready for it, so maybe there is still some healing to do around healing the disappointment, healing the disappointment from past relationships. Only take it if it resonates. Hi, Hira. Hi, Daphne. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Could you please scan the energy of my house and do a healing clearing? Sure. Let's do this. Oh, you have lots of angels there. Hi, guys. Okay. That's a good space, Daphne. I don't know if you're near the water, but it seems you're not too far. Okay, let's clear that. I'm gonna put some geometric shape for protection, extra protection healing. In connection to the 4 elements. Whew. And I'm gonna let the angel create an energetic wall to be safe. I'm just opening up the doors to the fairies. And bringing in the energy of joy and completion and success. So I infused the space with some energies, but please, if you want to get yourself some citrine, I think it will look good in your living room. Look, like I have this here, but like I added like energies of success and abundance. But if you want to create a small crystal layout to concentrate the energy, I'm pretty sure I'm sure your place would be really happy and it would help you concentrate things. Mhm. Mina, no, I'm not on dating apps anytime too soon. I don't know what that means. Um, but yeah, get yourself into the space for dating, and because some people are waiting to meet you. Um, of course, like be aware of what you want, what you need, and boundaries, and do it safely, in a safely manner. But be open. Okay. I'm gonna have to go. I'm very sorry. I can see that there are a few questions, but I'm gonna have to stop here because I need to get going. But thank you so much for your time, and I'm really happy to spend that time with you. I hope I could help you guys make new decisions or make few decisions. And thank you so much for being there and following us. And yeah, as usual, if you need anything, you can DM us. Please do. Take care.